Thank you very much, 330T. Thank you very much for coming in. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, folks. That was a pro streamer problem there. What I was saying, folks, if you don't know, is some basic navigation. I'm hoping you guys can hear me now. Again, thank you, 330T. So, there's the sun. The sun is in the southeast. It just rose up. That's how we know it's in the southeast, right? And then this trailer, this house, and then the fact that we have all these wood piles is a location I know very well. It is the house in the woods just south west of Gorka. So Gorka is over there. The radio tower that we saw earlier on, if you guys were here for that, is Alter, or otherwise known as the large radio station, just west of Gorka. So we are now southwest of Gorka, and there's another town just over this ridge that we can go to that most people don't travel through because they take the Gorka route. Ooh, you took quite a few punches, lady. Wow, look at her. I was impressed. Ooh, we got ourselves a hunter vest. That's nice. We're gonna lose the holster and go for the hunter vest. I definitely look like a hunter besides my pants. Oh, we're gonna definitely take a gun cleaning kit. Oh, and we got some food here. Look at that. It's a little bit chilly, but it's dry. We've been here long enough that some fruit can spawn. Always check fruit trees, folks. Oh, I think that's I think that's actually a real vehicle. Oh, we might have gotten lucky, folks. It has everything but the spark plug. Let's see here. Does it have gas? Yeah, even has gas. This might be somebody's car. You can always check if there's something in the inventory by just looking at that real quick. So all we need is a spark plug, and that baby's ready to run. They're going to clean it. Might be somebody here. Hello? I don't want more concrete things. Ooh, there's a gun. A blaze. No ammo though, but we'll take it. I forgot that I have my pipe wrench on my back. Could have been using that to fight the infected. But that's a fully working car, guys. It's only missing the spark plug. Really like that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to come back here if we can find a spark plug. And, yeah, get driving. So that's southeast, so this is south, so we gotta go a little bit like this. As always, a good reminder, folks, liking and talking in chat is the best way to help get more people in the stream to come and help make fun of me, because although I've been playing this game for forever...
Yo.
Hello.
Hello, friendly. Was that car any good?
All it needs is a spark plug. You're free to have it if you have one. I'm just gonna keep going. Cars are death traps, in my opinion. Not because they're buggy, but because everyone hears you in them.
That's all it needs, really?
Yeah, all 4 tires, spark plug, radiator. You might have to put some water in the radiator. You probably should stay back.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit sick.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's all you really need. Need food or anything? I have a dried apple. Oh, wow, that's nice of you.
There's a couple vitamins there. You can have those.
Appreciate it. I got some chicken fillets if you want them. Alright, bud. See you. And he's probably gonna shoot me. I can't really see over my fucking bag. That was a nice interaction. Not often you get somebody friendly like that. I've been meeting some friendly people nowadays. I love the new animation for popping pills. The vitamin one looks so good, and then this one looks nice. It's not following me, right? That was a fun interaction. You don't get, I want to say that you don't get those very often, but you do. So, that's not true. I think I just heard a beep. So, have anybody in chat played the 1.26 update? If you have, what do you think of it? I run into friendly people all the time, and they rob me and kill me. Oh, I'm sorry, 30T. If anybody wants to know what server I'm playing on, I am playing on the 2232 North American experimental server. Feel free to jump on and play with me. Tomorrow is, I think, a stable server wipe, not an experimental one. But if we do log in tomorrow and find that our characters have been wiped, I'm not going to cry. If I'm following this sun right. Oh, there's the road. Cool. So we're not far from the town now. Town should just be over this ridge. I'm breaking one of my cardinal pieces of advice. Never sprint unless you need to. And here I am sprinting. I swear to God, guys, I'm smart. Yeah, that's like the third person I've met. I met a guy that was a Bambi. He could have just punched me to death. It was nice of him not to. Then I was cooking food, and the guy came in, and I came around the corner and said hi to him. And he had the double-barreled shotgun in his hands, and he could have killed me, I guarantee he had ammo for it. And then that guy right there saw me and didn't kill me right away, which I just kind of don't want to jinx it, but I've also been a little bit lucky in this situation. I don't know if that guy's following me or not, but I don't think he is. But, like, yeah. I have a few hours 1.6 so far. I haven't had any bugs. I haven't had any bug and really been enjoying the new animals. Nice. Very nice. Ooh, there's a pair. Ooh, there's two pairs here. There are fruit trees in the wilderness, folks. Always double check them. I'm always eating whatever I find as a kind of like little helpful hint of just some good advice. All right, let's eat that. Yeah, there's the town. Yeah, it's a small town. It's not a big one, but it should do for us finding possibly some items and stuff. So we're gonna go around. Yeah, if you gotta eat it, saves weight and keeps bandits from taking it from you. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things that I learned early on myself is that hoarding food yourself, it only works when you have full food and full water. Otherwise, you kind of put yourself into a situation just like 330T was saying. You're carrying around extra weight for no reason. It takes up inventory slots. And honestly, you'll think that a couple cans of food is enough to keep you going long-term in like a pinch or whatever. But reality of it is, it's not. And you'll end up finding yourself eating the 3 cans of food, and then before you know it, you're not finding any food, and you're all like, uh-oh, I need more food now, but I don't have any food to find anymore. It's a weird, like, if I can think of it like in a scientific term, it's kind of like Schrodinger's cat, right? If you don't eat the food, you don't, and you have a somewhat full belly, you don't know when you're gonna need, you don't think you're gonna need to eat food. But if you eat the food and you have a somewhat full belly, you don't know if you're gonna find food again. So, the question is when do you eat food or don't you eat food? In my opinion, if you eat all the food you find all the time, you're gonna have a higher chance of living. And then when you finally get to the full stage, keeping some food on you is just a great way to keep topping up, rather than constantly having to find food to keep yourself even alive. Wow, I think I overcomplicated that to a degree that I should not have complicated it to. I'm so smart. How do you feel long-time players are going to adjust to the lower food and lower food loot, forcing players to hunt and fish? I'm excited for that because that's how I play anyway. I think a lot of I heard a rabbit, by the way, or hare. I know a lot of people who are pure PvP fans will probably not see any change in difference. And this is going to sound really, for lack of the word, kind of pompous. I believe a lot of people who seek the style of DayZ PvP that I think what you're talking about, DayZ, is those are the people who will just go back to modded servers who don't rely on those things already. Who don't even really make their players eat a lot of food or worry about a lot of food. I think they're just going to go back to those servers. Because that's one of the beautiful things about modding and even console, is you can adjust the types XMLs all you want to make it easier or harder for your people based upon the amount of stuff spawning in the world. And I think what's going to happen is that's where the people who don't like that playstyle are going to go. Which, you know, it's still people playing DayZ. It's still people playing on official. Still playing on servers and everything else like that. And still convincing other people to buy the game. So, in the end, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But, for people like me and you, 330T, who really enjoy that kind of play style, it's going to be really fun. It's really going to enhance the game, and I think it's going to be a good boom to all of us. So, there's that. That's how I feel about it. I don't feel that there's any negatives to it. I feel like it's just going to be a lot of positives. Alright. We got a mag, we got some matches. We're going to put those matches inside of our raincoat. I agree. Much more likely to play official servers when this update comes out. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm much more likely to be amazing. I'm just kidding. No. I totally agree. If I was playing Project Zomboid, I'd pick up that crowbar, but I'm not. I'm playing DayZ. Remember to check fruit trees for spawns, guys. You never know what you're going to grab. And check out houses. See, some matches. We needed some matches. Don't want our matches to get wet, by the way. I thought they locked onto me, but I can't be sure. Yeah, there it is. Come on, Screamer. Anybody tells you you can't stealth kill zombies, they just don't understand the mechanic. There's 2 of them there. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for her first. So there is a gap. Oops. Oh, I messed up. I messed up! Everyone to know, hiding in bushes can't be an effective way to stay away from the infected. I'm not going to be able to stealth kill him unless he doesn't turn around. Aha! Look at that! He should have been triggered by me, by the way, because he bumped into me. That's how it worked in the past. So I don't know if they changed anything with the infected, but yesterday when I was playing, the infected in the rain, I literally could dance in front of them and they would not even notice me. It was raining and it was dark, which I'm okay with them not being able to like see me maybe in the dark or hear me when it's raining. But the fact I literally am dancing right in front of them, it's a little bit too easy. Oh, there we go. Okay, we cleared the area. Okay. Oh, there we go. We got ourselves a pistol finally. So we're going to put that on 2, actually. I don't need a headlamp right now. Always check your ammo. See? That's why I grabbed the gun and clean kit, even though we didn't have one. So now I can clean this. We can get it to Warren, and we don't have to worry about the jam. We have 14 rounds right now, which is good. All right. Sorry, that's habit. They only recently made it so guns don't need to be cocked. We also should repair our magazine. Remember, folks, the only 2 things that can affect a gun's jam chance is the gun's condition and the magazine condition. The bullet condition has no bearing on whether or not the gun actually can jam. This was confirmed by one of the developers in a response in one of the feedback tickets. I can find it later on if you guys ever want me to, but it is something to note and tell other people to make sure that there isn't a little bit of delusion going on there. We should take our next thing of vitamins here. Right. If you folks are just joining us and don't know who we are State of Survival Podcast. We cover survival games and talk about them, game updates, play them, explore them, and just overall enjoy them as an experience. All right. Sorry, I just got a message from my wife. plum, a dried plum. Always make sure they're not rotten. Ooh, a hacksaw. You don't need the hacksaw. Oh, that scarecrow almost looked like a person for a second. Not lying. That was a gas strike, I think, over Gorka. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves an amphibian. Got one bullet in there, but we do have some rounds. We'll use that as our zombie dispatcher. I don't need a glow stick right now, but we are beanie guys. I've always been a fan of the beanies, so that's what we're going to wear. It'd be cool if we found a shamog, to be honest, but that's okay. We didn't find one. Go ahead. Always check the outhouses. They have nails, and sometimes they have other things. See that we're finding more food and all that jazz. Oops, that's rotten. Probably could easily get shot. I have headshot so many scarecrows. Ooh, look at you, the scarecrow killer right here. Scarecrow killer. Ooh, a fresh bear. I'm being a little bit loosey-goosey with my looting rate. Oh, there's an IJ. Oh, with a spare mag? Hell yeah. Look at that, guys. So we have 17 rounds for an IJ. We're kind of rocking pistols right now, but honestly, if it's what we got, it's what we got, right? All right. All right, guys. I have to go potty real quick. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. See, I wasn't gone too long. We're gonna log in, and then we're gonna eat some delicious, delicious food, and then we're gonna keep kicking butt and being awesome. Got another message. All right, so we're gonna just sit over here, and we're gonna shovel all this food down our throat. It looks like we're no longer sick. Yes, and we are still cold. So I think I'm gonna go through and see what we need to patch up our clothing. I think we did pick up a sewing kit. So we're gonna see if a fun trick, if you guys ever want to know, is you can put a item in your hands and then drag your clothing item over it. It doesn't remove it from the slot, but instead allows you to patch it while you're wearing it. See? My raincoat was damaged. I like to wear raincoats as a Bambi until I find something with more gear or when I care less about remaining warm. Um, and don't forget, the more damage something is, the less insulation it provides. So we have low insulation. So when I repair this, you're going to see it get better and better. And hopefully we won't be as cold. See, I'm already a white temperature bar now because I patched my clothing. See, medium insulation. And I think it's going to go to high once I get to thing. Yep, see, high insulation, worn, and we used our entire kit. This is just something to keep in mind whenever you're running around. All right. So now we're doing good. Now I might get cold again because I am wearing capri and I'm wearing a raincoat, but that's kind of more my fault. Like the raincoat has low insulation, and so do the pants. So only my yeah, everything has low insulation, but my shoes and my hat. Oh, you didn't know that 330T. Oh, that's cool. Well, it's cool that you now know. Yeah, we're gonna go there. It's cool you now know, but yeah, it is something that I think maybe not very well many people really look at. Because I've ran around with people before, and they're all like, why am I freezing? I'm wearing, like, you know, these really high, thick jackets. And I'm like, is your clothing ruined? And they're all like, oh, yeah, it is. And they'll say, bad insulation, which they changed that, by the way. Bad now is worst. So you have, low insulation, you have worse insulation, low insulation, medium insulation, high insulation, and best insulation. Is the tiers that it goes. So, like, worst, low, and then if we had medium, I could show you medium. Yeah, medium, high, and then the best one would be the best insulation. Kind of cool. The more you know, right? All right. I tend to rotate through it fast, but that way I don't look like the same person I backstabbed. Oh, look at him, guys. He's playing the long game right there. 330T's playing the long game. Ever want to, right here is the perfect place for a campfire. Also, I shouldn't be out in the open like this, but that's okay. If anyone's curious, I am running on very high object and terrain visibility. That's why I'm like I was able to see that village from so far away. And there's a medical facility. Yep, here we are. We're just below Starry Sobor or Novi Sobor. I think we're below Novi Sobor. Which is just east of Novi Sobor, and Novi Sobor is just east of Vybor, or the southeast of the Northwest Airfield entrance. So we definitely need to be careful because we are getting closer to military areas that people may be willing to just kill us for. Fact is it doesn't look like there's many people here. We do want to get some medicine. Codeine pills now affect your cold symptoms. So it is a good idea to grab codeine now. It doesn't just make your player have one level higher. What was it called? Health stance. Because we all know, like, the more health you've lost, like when you're in yellow, you kind of like limp around. When you're in white, you're totally fine, and blah 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 blah. Codeine would make it so if you were yellow, it acted like you were in the white health, and if you were in red, it would make you act like yellow health. But now it also affects. Oh my God, there's a fire axe here. We're gonna totally take that fire axe. I have no clue why there's a fire axe here, unless somebody's here. Yeah, this looks like it's been cleaned out. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody fighting them. Well, they're making the coal now go into pneumonia if you don't take care of it. I think that's kind of cool. We definitely are going to switch these out for surgical gloves. Alright, there's nothing in here. See, I told you. I should have gone with my gut. I'm going to put a marker there because that was a pretty stupid death on my part, but you know, that's okay. It's okay. Seemed like he tried to say something before he blew away. So I think my mistake is I tried to aim at him. I think if I didn't aim at him, I think I would have been okay. So again, I think that was my fault, not necessarily. I guess I don't think he was trying to kill me. I think I made the mistake of freaking out and pulling my gun up, and then he shot me. And he clearly already had his gun out, so he was already being cautious because I think he followed it behind me. But I did tell you, I thought I heard it, the infected get triggered, or at least go, eh? And I didn't listen to my own internal, something's wrong here. I just blew it off. But I'm okay with that. I mean, like, that's part of DayZ. That's the fun of DayZ. I made a mistake. I'll probably make that mistake in the future. That's okay. Oh, yeah, he had the drop on me, and I was a fool. I was a poor, poor fool. How many people are on this server now? 47. So, we are going to have a little bit more competition now. There was only like 37 people on here before. Bring it on! Nope, I only have energy for one of you. Yeah, come on, bring it. All of you. All of you. All of you. Fuck! Slam! Yeah! Woo! Oh, I'm just kidding. Alright. Excuse me, miss. Have you heard that I can lay down some fists? I'm warning you. You have anything on you? No. Check the shed. We're looking for some type of weapon or whatever. Ooh, I messed that one up. Have you ever been beaten with a car radiator before? Ah! Ah! Yeah! Yeah! What you get? Knife already. Cool. Ooh, improvised gloves. Somebody left those. Never sacrifice your knives when you find them early on. Hold on to knives like they're gold. Get a good punch in. You recover stamina too, faster, when you aren't walking, by the way. So if you can let yourself recover some stamina when they're knocked back, do it. Do some pate. We're looking for apples, pears, plums. Ooh, a courier bag. Okay. So somebody was here and either got killed or they got an upgrade from somebody and they left all their stuff. I don't know. I'm not going to look too much into it, but we got a knife, we got some gloves, and we got ourselves a courier bag, which we can improve with 3 sticks here in a second. But I am a little bit paranoid, to be honest, because finding all this stuff makes me think maybe there's somebody shooting Bambis on the coast, or there's another problem here. I think we're gonna do a coastal run. And try not to get killed. Because we're at Cami Shovo, I think. Sometimes these have some nice tools in them that you can use for melee fighting in the beginning. So we have some ammo here. Jump pants, low insulation, but they're better than worse insulation. So we're going to go with the jump pants. I don't want the dress right now. Also, if anybody's interested, the shirt, the t-shirt has taken a 3-slot loss in this update. So instead of 12 slots, it's only 9 slots, which is totally fine. I'm a beast with the tire iron. I bet you are, 330T. I bet you are. Also, something that was pointed out to me by my producer, Red Falcon, was you can actually wash your hands in the ocean. I did not remember that being a thing, and I actually actively told him, no, it's not possible to wash your hands in the ocean. And he told me it was, and the other day I got some bloody hands, and I could wash my hands in the ocean. So, silly me, I guess. I do want to try the new fishing mechanic, but yeah. I just want to upgrade the thing. Cutting sticks into crafting hooks is so clutch. Oh yeah, that's definitely clutch. It makes fishing a much more viable thing in the very beginning. So here's a fun thing, guys. The ingredients you use to craft items affect the overall health. So right here, I have a badly damaged courier bag, and I have some pristine sticks. Now, I'm not going to tell you it's going to become a damaged courier bag, but what I'm going to say is that the courier bag will gain health when I combine the pristine sticks and the badly damaged courier bag, because we're going to make ourselves a burlap backpack. And if it becomes damaged, that's going to be a plus. But it was badly damaged when we first started. And we have pristine sticks, plus the badly damaged courier bag. And voila! No, it became worn. It affected the health a lot more than I thought. So, it's not pristine, but it is now worn. So, that's a fun trick for you folks. If you're able to combine something with something else that is of a higher quality, damage state-wise, you can actually make the thing you combine it with be a high quality as well. Like, for instance, if I combine a long stick and I think 2 short sticks, but they're all badly damaged, I'm going to get a badly damaged tri-cooking pot, and it's going to break way quicker when I'm cooking it. However, if I combine a badly damaged 2 sticks with a pristine long stick, I may have a damaged cooking tripod. You get where I'm going with this? Just something to keep in mind when you're actually trying to survive, is that all of these things matter. Also, they did say that when you shoot a flare into the air, it now spins on the way down. So I'm excited to try that out. I don't often find things inside of these boat shacks. I kind of wish that you did find more stuff in them. But they're always neat to check out. I think building bases in these are pretty cool too. Because I think you can put a watchtower in here. And, yeah, there's nothing up there. Okay. One of the diseases I would like them to add, and mind you, I think this should take forever for it to happen, is I think adding, like, some sort of, like, long-term, like, rash or something else to happen to a player. Like, if you're wearing, let's say, shoes or boots for far, far too long, it would be pretty cool if, you could get, like, some sort of rash on your feet or whatever. And then, like, you know, normal medicines would clean it up or whatever. You know, it wouldn't be, like, hard to get rid of, but it would be something that makes you think about, hey, are my shoes wet? Oh, my shoes are wet. That's not good. And then, whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit too complicated. Maybe they shouldn't do that. I can't really tell you if they should or not. But, yeah. Sorry about that, folks. I gotta look at something real quick. Alright, we're good. I think you should be able to swim faster without shoes or gloves. Oh, there we go. Ooh, what if they introduce flippers? That'd be kind of cool. If anybody's curious why I am not running across the water, because I don't want to be soaked, because it can rain soon. I don't see any weather, major clouds, but yeah. Also, as always, folks, do remember, liking the video and talking in chat is always welcome, and it helps bring more people over here to help make fun of me while I'm playing the game, and or just talk with people. A lot of people in my chat most times are friendly, such as 330T, although he can sometimes be a silly butt, but I like him. And also, if you folks haven't noticed, we now have super chats and some other cool things inside of our YouTube, which is why I am streaming more often, because now we have the ability for you guys to be able to support the stream and the channel easily. So what I'm doing is it's called a coastal beach run, and the reason why I'm doing this is because not many people do it, and it's a great way to get a lot of food, maybe a fishing pole, and some other cool things. One of the things I want to find is the new lure that they added. It's green, it has 2 hooks on either side, and it acts as bait and a fishing hook at the same time. You don't have to bait it at all. It'd be kind of cool if you could bait it and it just increased the chances of catching good fish. But, yeah. So this is what I'm doing. If anybody was curious. And if you weren't curious, then I just over-explained it, but I'm okay with it. I see, like, there's a boat there. Boats often have food and some other cool stuff inside them. So it's always cool to check them out. Also, that is Electro Bay right there, I believe. But we're getting close to some spawns. I was hoping to find... Oh, see, there's a flare. We're going to use that at night. Boats, these crash boats always have flares. And I think the logic behind them is that when you go off in a lifeboat, because those are lifeboats, you would carry... There would be like an emergency flare package with you. Package with you, and that usually has a flare gun in it. I didn't think I was this close to, how long before Dumpgrot dies to Bambi? Oh, thank you, 330T. Woo! $10. Thank you very, very much, buddy. Thank you very, very much. I am very, very pleased with that. You are awesome. Much love. Much love. Yeah, put all those hearts in whatever place I need to. There we go. We do have our membership roles coming out soon, but that will be in a bit. It will not be for a while. We have some custom badges being made for us and a couple of other things. But they're going to be survival themed, which is going to be pretty darn cool. Yeah, this is the port of Cherno. There could be some good stuff here. Let's see here. I have a weapon on my back. I kind of wish I had a backpack big enough to put it in, but I don't think I can fit it inside this backpack. Yeah, I can. I like to fit things in my backpack when I'm a Bambi because it gives the illusion that I am not a problem or a danger, but you know. Can't pick and choose, right? Ooh, those pants had something in them. A flare. Flares are good. Road flares. The reason why I like road flares is they always work. And they're really good because they always work. So if like you need to light a fire, striking the road flare is one of the best ways to start a fire because it doesn't matter if it's raining or anything like that. It will always light. And it's kind of cool to throw. We're going to start looting these houses. But yeah, we're in Electro. You can always tell by the big church on the hill and the disconnected port with us one crane. And the silos next to the railroad. Although the silos next to the railroad isn't 100% the same, but you get what I mean. We're cold, so we're going to cut up these shirt and make some things to keep us warm. We don't want to get it cold. I do a head wrap. If anybody here has ever heard that you lose 90% of your heat through the top of your head, that actually was proven to be false. Because when they went to reproduce the experiment, they reproduced it, but then they found out the reason why you lost 90% of all your body heat through your head was because the experiment that they repeated to prove that it was, in modern times, the same, they never put anything on the person's head. They only wrapped up all their arms, legs, and everything else, but they never actually bothered to make the person's head wear any type of clothing or anything else. I think maybe they put like a baseball cap on it, but like that's not really a good insulation. Kind of a fun fact if you didn't know. Also, sprinting everywhere is really bad. You shouldn't sprint everywhere, but I'm sprinting everywhere, so I'm a bad example. Oh, hey, there's a spark plug. We know where a car is if we need one. Oh, hey, look. There's the jig. I know I called it a lure earlier, but we got ourselves a jig now. Look at that beautiful thing. The front only has one hook, 2 hooks. The attention to detail in this game sometimes is very, very nice. I will not lie about that. They do have a good level of detail. Legs and arms are for caterpillars close to the surface of the skin and same amount of surface area. Yeah. Got a little bit of jittering there. Okay, I don't see some. I will be honest. Some of these apple orchards are dead. Like they don't produce any fruit whatsoever. Because I mean, think about it. Like all of those trees. That's a lot of fruit to spawn. So I think some of them are dead ends, and sometimes it's just not worth going through. I was hoping that would be 762 by 39, but it wasn't. Well, we did find ourselves a jig. You know what, guys? That makes me think about something. To be honest, and I think we should do a jig. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah! Jiggy, jiggy, jiggy! Woo! Okay. Sorry about that. I forgot there was third person. I could use third person. Oh, there's an infected on the beach. We don't want to waste any of our stamina. There's a couple around here, so we should be careful. You got a Pepsi for me. Oh, I'm sick. Damn it. You can make bags out of these with rope, by the way. I don't do it because I have a better backpack already, but yeah. Cable. There either. Womp womp. That's okay. We're still doing our coastal run. I'm just taking a little bit of a wider breath. Do you think the devs should remove items from the economy? Like what items? Or are you just talking about in general? Do you think it's okay that, are you saying, do you think it's okay that devs remove items from the economy even though they've been there for a while? Is what you're saying. I'm not sure. Why don't you clarify? I don't know, clothing, arms. Yeah, why don't you clarify actually more what you mean, because it's a little bit of a complicated question without a lot of context. Hopefully we find a fishing rod soon. This is the port of Electro. Those are both sealed off, okay. Never pick up the tracksuit. I cut them into rags, but they are worth having in the economy. Yes, they are worth having in the economy for exactly what you just said. You cut them up into rags. They're useful in a pinch. If you remember where something that like a dress or a tracksuit or etc. is, it really gives you I would say an advantage above other people who don't necessarily pay attention, because you know if you go back to it, you can cut that up into rags, right? But somebody else who's bleeding out wouldn't know that. Or the item just existing and being able to being cut into rags, period, is a boom for that item to exist. Now, I will be honest. That's not always the case, and it is situational. That's me just being honest. But the situation exists, right? Now, should there be a ton of tracksuits and dresses everywhere? No, because that also doesn't really benefit anybody, right? Look at that smoothness. Look at me. I was just all like, some, immediately ran over and closed the door. I'm hungry now, though. But I kind of wanna move on quickly. Now, I would say, for example, something like teddy bears. Teddy bears used to have kind of a cool use to them. And it was not necessarily, I would say, like, a always functional use. But what's cool about teddy bears was they allowed you to kind of create little traps for people. And mind you, they still hold items for people. But like, they used to be cool because you used to be able to unpin a grenade and put the grenade inside the teddy bear. And if somebody removed the grenade from the teddy bear, it would blow up, right? Go ahead and go in here and eat this stuff that we have. So there was that cool effect. However, teddy bears now only provide, I think, enough slots for rags and maybe some other items that are 1x4 or 1x3. But they really don't have any other purpose besides being kind of a cool little cosmetic nod, if you will. Those, I feel, are something that could be removed from the economy unless they are given a purpose to be in the economy. Like, cutting up a tracksuit jacket has a purpose. It gives you rags. Get enough rags, plus 6 rags, you get rope. You get rope, you can combine it with a burlap to make a bag. Or you can tie someone up, or you can make a fishing rod. Like, there is a purpose long-term for being able to have those items to be cut up. Should there be a plethora of them? I would say no. There should be more items that you can store items long-term in, but it's cool that they spawn and you can cut the items from them up. Like here, I have tracksuit pants. They're low insulation, but if I cut them up, I could get more stuff. So right now, I am definitely needing a face cover. So I'm going to craft these rags, and I'm going to carry with me so I can make maybe a fishing pole here in a minute if I craft enough rags. But I think that's cool. I think the fact that, like, now I found these tracksuit pants, I can cut them up into rags. It allows me, here soon, to be able to make a fishing rod, which I wouldn't have been able to do if I didn't have those tracksuits to cut up, or I would have had to wait to find a rope. I wish they would add loot spawns to apartments. I do too. I think apartments could be great locations for some really cool firefights because people would go there if you made the apartment spawn more, I would say, miscellaneous loot. So, like, I'm talking about, like, items that don't give you a lot of food, like chocolate bars and some of the other smaller items, but then also spawning in some clothing items, like the tracksuit pants, the teddy bear, you know, the dresses, stuff like that. Make it look like they were household items that people, in the excitement of leaving the area, didn't grab because it wasn't worth it to them. Like, it wasn't valuable to them to grab those items as they were leaving there. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be kind of cool. But I think apartments overall would have to be, like, the loot would be there, but it wouldn't be a lot of loot. I think apartments... Oh, look, we found another jig, but it's damaged. Okay, here's my thought that just popped in my head about apartments. One of the most hated buildings in Northwest Airfield before they did the rework, and still might be one of the most hated items, is the Arma 3 or Arma 2 long barracks, right? Now, if you remember right, those barracks were hated because there was almost nothing in them. You would go through, you would loot all of those items and all that kind of stuff. And that's how it would be, right? There wouldn't be a lot of items in there, but there would be a lot of places that items could spawn, so you would spend a lot of your effort going through these buildings, and people just overall weren't very big fans of it, right? And because they weren't big fans of it, I'm not sure if they're still there. Honestly, can anybody tell me, do the long military barracks from Arma 3 buildings still exist in the Northwest Airfield? They used to be in the south compound, but I think they got removed. I'm not sure. Can anybody verify? Alright, well, I'm going to go back to before Northwest Airfield was redone, those buildings were hated. And I feel apartments would fall under the same category if they did add loot to them. Because there are so many places that loot should spawn in them that it would be almost ridiculous to add loot to every single one of those locations. Like, I think if they added loot to every single one of those locations, or a possibility, it would be cool. But the real question is how much loot do you think you should get from going through those buildings? And honestly, if you think you should be walking out with a plethora, yes, that would make people go in there to PvP more because they want to go and loot more. But is it really a good balance, is the question. Also, I'm really interested. If I eat this chili apple, will my temperature go down? Ooh, look at that. My temperature isn't going down because I'm eating it, but it was going down because I have my inventory. If I see a player going into a big apartment, I wish... if I see a player going into an apartment, I assume they are sniping or building. The long building are still there, just fewer of them. All right. Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point about people going into apartments. But yeah, I mean, I just think that the apartments would become a hated place to go loot, and they wouldn't get looted as much. I think what would be cool is if maybe they redid the apartments, and the apartments themselves were like partially collapsed, or like something else with them happened. Like, instead of them being all mostly empty, like, you go in there and then, like, there's, like they've done with, let's say, oh, the firehouse. You know the firehouse, when you go up the stairs, there's that one room that has a bunch of clutter inside of it and you can't go in? That would be cool to do for some of the apartments. And then make the rest of the rooms that you can go in spawn loot. So, like, it's not necessarily a lot of wasted effort. It's just, if I go in the apartments, I know there's some stuff in there, but it's not going to take me long to loot it, so I'm going to run in there real quick. And then you could also make it so some apartments looked like they were decaying. Like, you know, like the big building in Chernogorsk that had, like, an airplane fly through it. It'd be cool if some of the buildings, like, were crumbling or whatever. Oh, would you look at that? A little sneak peek right there. Ooh. Giving out some details. I like it, I like it, I like it. Been on the coast for quite a while. Probably should, go up there. I want to hit a couple more of these boats before I leave the coast. Wish you could find small stones, like in these rocky outcroppings. I wouldn't mind that. There's one boat left. Oh my god! Look at us. And we already have a fishing lure on it? Oh, look at us, we're awesome! Woo! Yeah, I can see that being pretty cool. Alright, guys. We're gonna go fish over in those rocks. So we can get a bunch of worms now. They stack up to like I think 3. Not mean to do that. But we need to go up here and on the dirt here. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, I like how you're like stabbing the ground now. That's nice. Instead of just doing the default animation, using a shovel is the best way to get the most worms. I think you get like 3 at a time if you use a shovel. So if you're definitely a fisher guy, the field shovel is kind of like a good thing to have. Forgot how I used to get up here. There we go. If anybody's wondering why I'm making the effort to come over here, it's because I don't want to get killed. Yep. Yep, I agree. You kind of want to know something funny? Nah, doesn't matter. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna take a screenshot for my next stream if I ever do one. So if we see a water particle, that's us catching a fish. Ah, there you go. So fishing isn't as interactive as we thought, but it is definitely better than it used to be. You used to just sit here and hold this forever and not have to worry about it. And now what you're doing is you're waiting for the splash. I heard the line go tight there for a second. Oh, there it goes again. There you go. It goes again. There you go. Nice, look at that. 2 beautiful mackerels. We don't have a lot of room. We're going to move this around. Rags. This, move this. I think. Go ahead. Great catch. It's the closest sound of DayZ could lull me to sleep. I know, right? Alright, cool. So, welcome in, Scott Dog. Welcome in. Okay, so there we go. We now have 2 fishies. 2 fishies. But folks, it actually has been about 2 hours, and I am still warming myself up back to streaming. But I appreciate everyone being here and being part of the stream. I'm going to be streaming more of the survival games in the future, so keep your eyes out. The next one I might be playing might be a surprise to you. So, I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy 1.26, and remember, down in the description is the patch notes and the feedback tracker. Remember, they want feedback on everything, including the infected meat from the predators, such as the wolves and the bears. They want feedback on the inventory sizes, and a plethora of other feedback, and bugs if you encounter them. Remember, folks, the only way for us to improve this game is when they give us a chance in experimental, for us to give them all the feedback we can before they push it to stable. From me to you in the state of survival, ta-ta for now. Thank you for joining.